We are glad to have Samiran Gupta here. He is the India head of the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN. So he is visiting our campus, and we thank you very much for visiting us. So we have been hearing about this change of internet to a multi-stakeholder community model, and you have been the architect of the Asia Pacific region and generating a lot of interest in this particular new form of governance. And as you know, we have the MSc Digital Society program, in which we train our students to look at policies and governance of the internet in general, and also other areas of governance. So can you let us know what aspects you are looking for, especially from this particular region, Asia Pacific region, especially from India, in making this multi-stakeholder community model going forward, and can we have your perspectives on that?
Firstly, thank you for having me here. What I've heard from you about the program, it is certainly very innovative. It's path-breaking in a sense, and it's the need of the hour. But before I answer your specific question about what what the internet community is looking for in the Asia Pacific and India region, I would want to just say that the multi-stakeholder model of internet governance is something that happened. It's a process that has happened over the last 25 odd years. Okay, the history is very fascinating, how it evolved, and maybe I can come and discuss that with your students at some point. But what is important is it is recognized as the only model for managing the global internet commons, as it is known. So the key over here, in my view, is that as the trajectory of internet growth moves into the Asia Pacific region and other regions such as Africa, we need more voices to come out of these regions to speak about it, to debate about it, and also to discuss what are the key issues which are of importance to the local stakeholders. And therefore, your program will go a long way in addressing those needs. Specific to the internet, the multi-stakeholder model of internet governance, it's an organic process. It is a volunteer process. And if you go into the ICANN ecosystem, you will see how it is organized and how it is self-managed, and how policy making takes place. So it is important, in conclusion, I would say it is important that Asian voices, and particularly from India and other countries in the region, are heard more often, and those voices participate in the global debate.
Okay. Samiran, you also mentioned that in the case of multi-stakeholder model, everyone who uses or who is part of the internet is important. I mean, right, including, for example, the general public at large, students, researchers. They also have to take some proactive interest in the internet, and hence you think that programs like ours will generate enough interest in the part of students to sort of give inputs to the whole process, and then take the internet towards the next generation.
Right. So, look, the governments of several nations, including our nation, has been very proactively involved. Civil society from our country, and even some elements in the technical community from our country, have been involved. Where we need more engagement is the business community. Okay, so a lot of your students eventually, when they graduate, hopefully, the corporate sector will find maybe some validation of what they require in this internet governance space. Now, when it comes to the corporate sector, and if you look at their involvement in internet governance, typically it goes towards the person who handles government affairs or public affairs for a large corporation, or it may go to somebody who handles legal. It depends on the kind of nature of company that we are talking about. Now, but even those people require a small, cadre in their ranks to do research, to work on some of these issues. So again, a program like this would be very useful, I would imagine.
Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you again.
My pleasure.
Thank you, sir.